Good morning, everyone. How are you on this blustery day? We're in St. Louis and it's pouring down rain, and we just hate rain here. And I am Nancy O. You're Cooking with Nancy O. and my husband, Rick. And we are ready to show you a fabulous recipe today. Because it's raining, we thought it would be really great to do a big pot of soup. Of course, we pre-planned this, so we must have known it was going to rain. I don't know, you think? Okay, so we're going to do a kale soup with Italian sausage. And, you know, we've talked about kale many times about how it contains fiber, antioxidants, calcium, vitamin C and K, iron, and a wide range of nutrients. So, you know, this is one of our superfoods. One of the other superfoods we have is, and I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right, but I think it's called cannelli beans. And that is a white northern bean. And those are chock full of all kinds of good protein for you. But I wanted to talk about my kale. We just pulled this from the tower this morning and chopped it all up for today, but I couldn't get over how crispy it was. I don't know if you're going to hear this or not, but it just is so crispy. And the one thing when you're chopping it for the soup, you want this stem in there. So we're just going to take that hard stem part out. There you go, babe. And then this is the same one. This happens to be a black kale. We also grow a curly kale, and we do have that mixed in here. It's just more curly. And I'm going to break this up for you, and you can cut it, break it, however you want. Sometimes it's easier to just pull off those stems. Here, let me give you all that. Because those are hard and kind of not fun to cook and all that. So also we have celery that's going to be in this recipe. Now remember, we grow celery on the tower garden along with the kale. So we have some celery here, and the celery goes straight up. It's at the top of our tower and it looks fantastic growing downstairs. Okay, so we did some preparation ahead of time because it's kind of involved this little recipe here. The biggest involvement is just pre-cutting all your ingredients and getting them ready to go. So you're going to take a tablespoon of olive oil and you're going to brown the sausage, which is what we already did. So I have a bowl sitting here, and what I wanted to talk to you guys about was, I'm going to go ahead and preheat that olive oil. The recipe says that when you're done browning it in the olive oil, to use a slotted spoon to take it out and put it on a plate. We have learned in the past from another person we went and saw their cooking show to put it in a bowl and just let that grease strain down. And then you can even take the top of this and pat it down, and you're getting all that grease out of there, and you're still getting the flavor of the Italian sausage. Another thing you can do is use ground turkey and add your own seasoning, which is what I like to do, but we were unable to get any ground turkey at the store, so we did the Italian sausage, and we're making sure that it's grease-free. So the next thing we're going to do this morning is we are going to start sauteing and cooking our vegetables. So we have Rick over there by the stove, and I'm going to hand him, we have carrots, celery, onion. Let's see, what else do you get here? There's so many steps. I have my ingredients here so we don't miss something. All right, here we go. So we used 1 yellow onion, 2 large carrots, and then we also used 3 stalks of celery. Let's see, do you get your season? And we have some Italian seasoning here. There's like 2 teaspoons in here, and bay leaves. We love bay leaves when we cook soups. So I'm going to hand that to him. And the thyme's in there. So it says to use a sprig. We didn't have a sprig, but we had dried, so we're going to do that. If you use the fresh, when it's done cooking, you're going to pull it out later on. So he's over there sauteing that, and I wanted to tell you how we like making this soup. And because it's only the 2 of us, and now we got 2 pots going for today, we will share it with our son tonight for dinner. But we will also freeze it. So we'll kind of cut the recipe in half and we freeze it. So on that busy work day when you're coming home, you can just have that thawing out in your refrigerator and then just heat it up and you have a good healthy meal. or you could take it to lunch every day. So there's just so many variables here you can do to keep eating healthier. And we really enjoy this. Yeah, there we go. There's Rick cooking it over there. That's going to take a couple minutes for him to get that done. Oh, it says about 8 minutes. I thought we were only going to take a couple minutes, honey. Boy. He's going to turn the heat up more so it cooks faster. How's that sound? Anyway, it is a great recipe to try. We have a little camping trip we're going on. So this would also be another thing. If you're an outdoors person, you could take this camping with you and pre-freeze it. And that's a great way to just not have to cook while you're out and about. Okay, so the next thing we're going to add to this recipe is we're going to stir in some garlic, which just minced garlic. Now you can, once again, use as much as you want. You can add more kale to this recipe. You can add less kale. You can add more garlic, however you want. Rick, I'm going to hand you the garlic. If you want to add a little salt and pepper to that, that would be wonderful. Yep, go ahead and add it now. That can just all cook in with all of it. I didn't give him quite 8 minutes to do that, but that's okay because we know how this recipe is going to turn out. Absolutely delicious. So what's your favorite thing about this recipe, Rick?
I like it on a cold and rainy day.
Oh, cold and rainy day. I already told him that.
Great taste.
Okay. While he's doing that, I'm going to get out the Parmesan cheese, which I'm not seeing here. Hold on just a moment. So we had a little mishap and we don't have a refrigerator, so we have an extra one sitting on our counter. And that's how we missed the Parmesan cheese. Because when you serve this, we have a finished pot over here. You're gonna sprinkle some Parmesan cheese on that. And if you want to eat it with a baguette or a piece of bread, you have a full meal there. Okay, now that he's getting all those vegetables cooking, we are going to then get ready. We have this bunch of kale. After we finish the other one, I'm going to add more kale to it because I think it needs more kale. That's just the way I like it. Our kale that we grew on the tower this time is very, very crunchy. And I'm really impressed with it. This is called Black Magic. It's a deep dark green. And our curly kale is not quite well, the Black Magic has a black tone to it. And then this one is a real deep green. So you know you're getting full of antioxidants and vegetables in there. So that is going to be all ready for him when he's ready to add that. So do you think you're ready for the kale? Looking good?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to add this bunch of kale to that. And then he's just going to saute that in there a little bit till the kale's kind of wilted. And I kind of cut those pieces up small, so it won't take long for that. And then when he's done with that, we're going to stir in all these other yummy ingredients. We've got the Italian sausage, the beans, and the broth. Is it wilting yet? I'm relying on him to tell me, guys. You're going to have to let me know if he's doing a good job. Okay. Okay. Let me just roll back. So I wanted to show you guys how important it is to drain the sausage because I'm going to dump the sausage in this bowl and you can kind of see all the oils that came out of there. This is the second paper towel I use. So I had pre-drained it once. So it's really important to do this. So when you eat your soup, it's not loaded with all that fat and things that are bad for you, but then you're still getting all the beautiful taste of the sausage and all these fennels in here that are so delicious. Okay, you get that. You get the beans. I hope you guys like beans because I think they are a great superfood. Now, if you want, you can even buy the beans dry, pre-cook them. These happen to be the canned ones. And now we have about 6 to 8 cups of broth going in. I'm pouring it in. Okay. Just looks delicious. Guys, I should have let him pour the broth in because I spilled it. I think that's why he likes doing this. Okay, now I'm going to bring the pot of soup over here for us. so we can kind of show you, or you bring it. I'll let Rick carry it. How's that sound? I can't wait for Rick to taste this. You notice I always make him the guinea pig. Okay, you want to grab a spoon for that? Look at how delicious that is. Now I'm going to take and just put some Parmesan cheese on top of there. And see how that, now I would use shredded. I did not have shredded, and you know how I am about let's not waste. So why not use the chunks and let it taste just as delicious? Okay, babe, you're up. I already know what he's going to say because we've made this before. And he's going to say he loves it because this is a staple around here.
Might have to take a second bite.
Okay, he's going to take a second bite and let us know.
Sure.
But I wanted to tell you that he's done a great job prepping this for me this morning. He made this whole pot of soup. This is how easy this is to make. Guys, you can do this. Have your kids help you. What a wonderful pack full of fiber, antioxidants, all kinds of protein. And the best part is I was able to use ingredients off the Tower Garden, which you know me and my Tower Gardens, we love them, don't we? We're getting ready to plant our strawberry seeds. I bought some seeds and I can't wait to show you how those come out because I was told that it's harder to grow strawberries from seeds. We started our strawberries from plants, but I want to try seeds. So anything that's a challenge for me, I have to try and do so I can then help you with your tower. I also wanted to share a little secret with you. Next week, we are going to do an arugula salad. It's going to have strawberries and a secret ingredient in it, and it's going to have an ancient grain in there. And you'll have to tune in next week to see what grain I'm using in that, because that salad has turned into one of our staples with barbecuing during the summer, and everybody I've made it for has really enjoyed it. And I know that arugula has a peppery taste in it, which I've never picked. I picked up on the peppery taste, but it's never bothered me, let's say. And I'm a big fan of arugula now since we started growing it. So how's your soup?
It's almost gone.
Almost gone. So we have a great lunch plan for ourselves today. And I just want you guys to reach out to me for any questions you have about the recipe. Tune in next week for the strawberry arugula salad. You guys are going to die how easy it's going to be to make. And if you have any questions about the Tower Garden, please give us a call. We have so many customers now that are just having so much fun with their towers that I cannot wait until you get yours and we can talk about it. So until next week, we will be signing off and see you next week. Bye for now. I love this soup. I know, it's so good.